Right, this one, magnetic. This one, the one that came out. So we're currently having problems with the blue car. Yesterday it wouldn't start at all. It's bogging down and it just wouldn't start. Tried literally everything. Coil pack, sorry, nose cream. Coil pack, leads, spark plugs. Tried cleaning all the sensors and everything. It wasn't doing anything, so we came to the agreement that it was probably the timing. It's not actually the case, and I'll show you guys what the problem actually was and how we're going to fix it. So out of anger, I threw this. This is the crankshaft position sensor, and as you can see, it's not supposed to look like that. It's supposed to be magnetic, and that is how you tell it's working, I guess. So this right here is not magnetic, and this one right here is also not magnetic because the end has been ripped off of it. So after trying the second sensor, the car was working beautifully until, well, it went wrong again. So it came in with a magnet in the end, literally an hour ago. Came out of that a magnet. So something inside of the bell housing is not agreeing with it. Like, it's just ripping it off. So me and my friend Lewis are here right now getting the gearbox out because we found what we think to be the problem. There's a mounting bracket inside here, this is a demonstration of my 1.6 engine. It's the exact same with the Puma, and this mounting bracket is extremely loose in the 1.7 Puma engine. I don't know why. It's probably my fault, but yeah, it's not there. Basically, it's not where it wants to be. So something's ripping off the end of it. I don't know if it's the flywheel. I don't know if the flywheel's loose. I've got absolutely no idea, but we're going to find out today, hopefully. So let's crack on and get this done. Gearbox oil's currently draining, so we've got to get the gearbox off. Flywheel, clutch, and then hopefully it is literally just that bracket there. Fingers crossed. You enjoying that? Yeah. Lewis got his car over there. It's my old car. His car. It's fucking sexy. Penis in the exhaust. Right guys, so gearbox is off and we found the culprit. You can't really see it, but yeah, look. If you look behind that sort of gold nipple, you'll see the housing for the crank sensor is touching the flywheel pretty much. So that's no good. That's why it's shearing the end of our sensors off. So we've got to get the clutch and flywheel off and basically just reposition it, bolt it up and go from there. We found the culprit is this. There was no bolt in it inside the gearbox, so that's my fault.
It sits in there, I see.
So I'll get underneath and show you guys now how it sits.
It's allowing it to go
sits
forward.
there, yeah, it's just not, yeah. Right, okay. Right, so what I'll do then is we'll get the one off the other gearbox, the other engine, and put it on there, mount it all up, get the flywheel on, and we're good, we're Gucci.
Oh, well, there's the bolt. Yeah.
Right, so it's supposed to be like that, and there was no bolt in it, so it's pushing against the flywheel, and the flywheel's obviously cutting the end of it every time.
Yeah, you've got it all in here, look.
Oh shit, shall I clean it out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it, Lou, show us. So that sits in that hole, right, that goes in there. This is the crank position sensor, but if it moves, that moves the whole thing out, and that will cut the end of it off, which is what it's done. The flywheel will literally just slice the end of it off. So that's exactly what our problem was. Right, there you go. Tons of clearance now. As you guys can see, that thing is no longer sitting against it. So we're done. So this is what we're going to use to siphon the gearbox oil back in. Gonna have to give it like 10 minutes now just to go in. That's gonna take fucking ages, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that even moving? The proper way to fill up gearbox oil. Yeah, it's going in, mate. Yeah. Do you want me to hold it? Yeah? guys, so I'm back indoors now. Before we go any further, that is not cocaine, that isn't crap, this is just nose cream. I've had problems with my nose for the past sort of few months, so I've been given some nasal cream, which is great, and it always looks silly because everyone at work's asking me if I'm doing cocaine in the toilets, and I'm not, I promise. But yeah, I'm going to put an end to this video now. It's going to be a pretty short one, but long story short, yesterday me and my girlfriend were on our way up to Simply for Bewley, and the car started basically stuttering, as you saw at the start. It got to the point where later on that day, thank God I actually got home, the car just wouldn't even start. So I thought, right, coil pack leads, spark plugs, check every other sensor but the crankshaft position sensor. Oh no, doesn't work, the timing's gone, whatever. So this morning I went to try the crankshaft position sensor from the 1.6 engine and put it on there. Found something very interesting. We pulled out the crankshaft position sensor on the 1.7, magnet wasn't even there. So I thought, okay, it's just gone, let's just put the other one on. Put it on, 5 minutes into actually driving, put my foot down, got up to about 6.5k revs, and bang, the engine does it again. So I'm sat there thinking, what the hell is going on? Like, is my flywheel falling off or something? So surely enough, it's cut off the end of that one again. So as you guys saw, opened up the gearbox and found that the holder that holds the crankshaft position sensor in place wasn't even in. It wasn't even like bolted down to the engine block inside of the bell housing. So it was going like this, and it's supposed to have like, this is the flywheel, this is the holder and the crankshaft position sensor. It's supposed to be like this far away. It was like that. So it wasn't even being bolted back, it was like that. So the flywheel was obviously just literally cutting the crankshaft position sensor off, which is really weird, and I've never heard of that before. And yeah, it was weird, but hopefully tomorrow we'll get a crankshaft position sensor from work. I'll pick one up for a decent price and stick it on. It should be all good. I'll keep you guys updated anyways. I'll update you in the next video. Until next time guys, I've been Lewis, you've been awesome, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.